What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. So today we're kicking it back old school today, right? I didn't fancy really going up to my unit just to fit what I've got to fit this video, so I thought, you know what, I'm gonna do it at home, I'm gonna do it outside, do it how we used to, how the channel sort of started, like just do it outside the garage. I've got my axle stands, I've got my jack, I've got everything I really need to do it safely. And then I've got somewhat amount of tools at home anyway to get on, and we're going to be installing a splitter today, so we don't need a lot of tools. It's very basic. We just got to send some self tappers into that bad boy, and then we're going to have a lot more aggressive looking front bumper. So what I'll do now is get out, show you how the car looks now. What I've got going on the splitter is still wrapped up, but I'll show you that anyway, and then we'll start getting it on the car. But if you haven't already, I'm not sure if my last video actually posted well, because I can't work out if I've lost the footage or not. If you've got a Mark 8 or Mark 7 or any Ford, we have the carbon fibre gear knobs. You have them with the ST logo, the RS logo, the print, or just the plain. They look great, and also got ones for the 1 litre. And if you have a Mark 8 Fiesta, we have got the carbon steering wheel trim. So if you haven't checked them out already, and you've got a Mark 8 or a Ford, whatever, and you want to, make sure to check it out. Link down below, bsubperformance.com. Anyway, let's get to actually installing the parts. I'll show you what it looks like now, and I'll show you what's going on. We've got the tools sort of dispersed across the floor. But here's the Mark 8 front end. It's quite a nice front end. I've said this before in videos, but it's missing a bit of lip. I don't like side skirt splitters because they just make jacking up the car a nightmare. And this is already lowered, so don't need any more hassle. Whereas the Mark 7, as you can see, I don't think I've actually shown this properly yet, but I now have a full track splitter on it. So this is plywood I cut out, goes up pretty far, and it's got some big boy mounts. But if you look through, it goes all the way back, so the splitter actually stops. You can see it stops here. So my splitter goes from there all the way to here. So it's a proper track splitter. It's got some big boy mounts that I can stand on it. It's not going nowhere, but we don't need that for this. For this, we just need a nice subtle addition to the car, just to make it look a bit more sporty. So we've got the splitter here. First and first, what we'll do, jack the car up, put on some axle stands, and then we can see how it's going to fit and get this on. And like magic, the car is now floating in the air. I've kept the jack on it just a little bit. I've still got 2 axle stands underneath, but I like to have the extra precaution knowing that it is there. Do you know what I mean? It might as well stay there. But it's high enough now. Unfortunately, this jack does not go high enough. I'm struggling. Where you have on the Halfords ones, you've got the 3 pins to put pin through. That jack won't go high enough for even the first pin, so you have to leave the actual bit drop to the bottom instead of with a pin through it. On the maximum, it won't go unless you drive it onto blocks and stuff. So I'm just gonna have to go. It's a bit lower. It's not high enough as I'd want it to be, but it'll be fine. It's just getting the drill under there. May be a bit tricky, but it should be fine. Anyway, luckily, because it is just self tappers, you just have to send them straight in. It's not nutting and bolting. You can nut and bolt, but what I've learned over the years, if you nut and bolt and your splitter hits something, it more likely cracks your bumper. Whereas if it's just self tappers, it just rips it away from the bumper and leaves the bumper okay. So it's kind of the ones where would you rather be extra safe on there or do less damage to your car if you hit something. But sometimes it's nice to have 1 or 2 bolts on there just so it doesn't fly off down the road. But it's one of the things you get given self tappers to install with these. But it is advisable to put another bolt, but they have their pros and cons, so it's whatever you're more comfortable with. I'd say if you can, put 1 or 2 bolts in, but no more than that. You don't need loads of bolts because it can just wreck your bumper if you hit something. I'd rather lose a splitter than a bumper. That's how I think of it anyway. So we're going to line up the splitter now, make sure it all fits okay, and then we'll get it on. So I'll show you the splitter now, I'll unwrap it and we'll have a look. So here's our splitter. This is the Auto Specialist Club Sport splitter for the Mark 8 Fiesta. They do also make a Mark 7 splitter. They're both on the website. I previously ran the Mark 7 one on that, but now I have the full track one. But yeah, it's a lovely splitter. It's gloss black and it just molds with the bumper well. As you can tell, it doesn't go up too far, so it sort of gives it like not too aggressive that you got to worry about it hitting on everything and scraping and damaging. But you get the nice aesthetic as well. If I hold it up roughly for how it'll be on the car, you can tell it's going to look really nice. So I'm really excited to get this fitted and installed onto the car. If you'd like one of these yourself, make sure you head over to B7 Performance. Obviously you know already, link down below. I have a link up here for the product. if you're looking for a split for your Mark 8 or your Mark 7 or something like that, we have them in stock. We can get them out to you. But yeah, they're really nice, lovely aesthetic to add to the car. But enough of that, we'll get it actually on the car now and see of how much a difference it actually does to the front end, because I feel like it always does make it that bit more aggressive and aero look that you really want from your car from factory, but you just don't get. So let's get it on the car, and then that way I can actually get some good pictures for Instagram, because I feel like a car without a splitter just doesn't look right. Like when you look at a car with a splitter, then without, whenever you look at a car without it from then on, it just looks weird and nothing looks right about it. But once it has a splitter on, it looks 10 times better, in my personal opinion anyway. Some people may think differently, but a front splitter for me completely transforms the car every time. Okay, so we've got our self-tappers and washers. We're going to lay under the car, line it up, and then we're going to screw it through. It's already got, quite handily, these pre-drilled holes, so you already know where you're guiding through, which just makes it a bit easier, because then the screw will be held more into that hole when it goes through into the bumper. So we're going to add them on now. Like I said, I'm just going to self-tap. I'm not going to bother with nuts and bolts. They come provided with self-tappers anyway. It's just easier, and I'd rather lose a splitter than the front bumper, because it'll be a lot more expensive to replace than a splitter if anything goes tits up. Much better. Look at that. Look at that beauty. That's better now, isn't it? It's good with the sequential indicators, the sun strip, it all sort of molds well. The old aerial cover, shark fin at the back. It looks sick. Alright, we're going to take it out, get some photos, and wrap up this video. So guys, the car is now out with the splitter. I'm going to show you what's going on. My mount for this camera is slowly starting to tip downwards, so I'm going to show you quickly what it actually looks like. So we've got that black gloss all the way around. This is like a front end look. And then we've got obviously your angles, you have paparazzi. Pew, 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 pew. Sorry if that just completely disturbed you watching this. But no, it looks a lot better, 10 times better. It suits the car a lot more and just sort of completes it. I mean, the grey to the black looks really nice, but obviously with a brighter colour that will show up a lot more. Where this kind of hides it, but it does give it more of that aero-y angled look that you want when you buy a splitter, which is really cool. So yes, head over to B7 Performance, you can grab one of these for yourself. We also do the Fiesta Mark 7, and we have another range of splitters, diffusers, side skirts and stuff like that being added to the website, so not only performance parts, but aesthetics as well. So if you haven't already, make sure to check out B7 Performance. You already know, link down below. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed the splitter, and the car's starting to look really cool. I don't know what the next modification is, so if you can comment down below what you'd like to see next, that would really help. I'm thinking maybe an intercooler that could sort of complete the front end a bit more, having like an AirTech logo in there and stuff. It could look pretty cool. So please, if you're liking this video, comment down below, hit the subscribe button, check out the members part of this channel now. Obviously I said before, you have the join button, you get free merch, discount on the websites, and also access to the live chats and see videos earlier before anyone else, and it starts from just 99p. So if you can save 99p, happy days. So link down below for that, hit that join button, and yeah, I'll see you guys all in the next one. Peace. 2, 2, 3, 3, I'm on 10, 10, 10, yeah.